Beloved, before the noise of this day reaches your heart, come close to me. Do not rush ahead carrying yesterday's burdens or tomorrow's fears. Sit with me for a moment, for I have been waiting for you since the first light touched the morning sky. I know what this week has asked of you, and I know the strength you think you have lost. You have wondered if you can keep going. You have smiled while carrying hidden pain, prayed while fighting silent battles, and hoped when every answer seemed delayed. Yet I tell you, I have never taken my eyes off you. Every tear, every prayer, and every quieted sigh has been seen by my Father. Do not let your heart be troubled. The same hand that formed the mountains holds your life with perfect care. What seems impossible to you is never impossible to God. The road before you may be unknown, but I have already walked before you, preparing the way. If you remain in me, your strength will not come from your own efforts, but from the presence of my Spirit. The world will tell you to rely on yourself, but I tell you to rest in me. Those who trust in the Lord will find new strength. They will not be overcome by the weight of this week. Look at the morning light. It does not struggle to shine, it simply obeys the command of its Creator. In the same way, let your life reflect my peace. You do not have to force tomorrow into your hands. Trust the one who already holds tomorrow. Some of you are carrying fears about your family, your health, your work, your finances, or your future. Bring every burden to me. I have not called you to carry what only I can bear. My invitation remains the same. Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and you will find rest for your souls. Do not measure my faithfulness by what you can see today. Seeds planted in faith often grow beneath the surface before they ever break through the ground. What you have entrusted to God is not forgotten. In the right season, His promises will bloom with beauty you could never imagine. When temptation whispers that you are alone, remember that I am the good shepherd who never abandons his sheep. When fear says you will fail, remember that my grace is sufficient for you. When doubt clouds your vision, fix your eyes on my truth instead of your circumstances. Forgive as you have been forgiven. Bless those who have wounded you. Pray for those who misunderstand you. A heart filled with mercy becomes a vessel through which heaven pours peace into the earth. Do not let bitterness steal the joy your Father desires to give you today. The week is not yet finished. There are blessings you have not yet seen, doors you have not yet walked through, prayers that are even now being answered beyond your sight. Do not stop believing simply because the answer has not arrived in your timing. Lift your eyes above your circumstances. The storms around you are not greater than the peace I speak into your soul. Even when the winds rise, my voice remains stronger. When you hear me, fear loses its power and faith begins to grow again. Walk through this day with compassion. Speak words that heal instead of words that wound. Be a light where darkness tries to settle. The love you freely give in my name may become the very answer someone else has been praying for this morning. Remember that your value is not determined by success, approval, or earthly achievements. You are deeply loved by your Heavenly Father. Before this day began, His mercy was already waiting for you. Before you spoke your first prayer, He already knew your need. So before you begin your work, before you answer another call, before you take another step, place your heart in my hands. Let this morning become the foundation for the rest of your week. Stay close to me. Trust my voice above every other voice, and you will discover that the strength you have been searching for has been with you all along. Come now with an open heart, and let us pray together, believing that our Father is able to do far more than you can ask or imagine, and that His peace will guard your heart, guide your steps, and remain with you throughout this day and for the rest of the week. Before you take another step into this day, come to me. Before you open your schedule, answer another message, or allow the worries of life to fill your thoughts, make room for my presence. Many begin their mornings carrying burdens that were never meant to rest on their shoulders. They wake already overwhelmed, already anxious, already expecting another difficult day. But I invite you to begin differently. I invite you to begin with me. The morning is a gift from the Father. Every sunrise is a reminder that His mercy has been made new once again. The breath in your lungs is evidence that His purpose for your life is not finished. You may not know everything this day will bring, but I know every moment before it happens. Nothing surprises me. Nothing catches my Father off guard. That is why you can rest your heart in my hands before the world asks anything of you. Do not think you must first become stronger before coming to me. Do not believe you must solve your own problems before seeking my face. Come with your weakness. Come with your questions. Come with your disappointments. Come with your hopes and dreams. I never turn away the one who comes with a sincere heart. I receive the weary. I strengthen the discouraged. I comfort those who mourn. I lift those who have fallen. Some of you have carried heavy burdens throughout this week. Perhaps you have faced disappointment, conflict, financial pressure, sickness, loneliness, or uncertainty. Others around you may not even know what you are carrying because your smile hides your struggle. But I know your heart completely. I know every silent prayer you whispered when no one else was listening. I know every tear you tried to hide. I know the moments when your faith felt small and your strength seemed gone. Yet I tell you today that my love for you has never changed. When you place me first, you allow my peace to settle over your heart before fear has the opportunity to take control. The world offers temporary comfort, but I give peace that remains even when circumstances do not change immediately. My peace is not based on what happens around you. It is rooted in my Father's unchanging love and faithfulness. Remember how the birds of the air do not worry about tomorrow, and how the flowers bloom without anxious striving. Your Heavenly Father faithfully provides for His creation, and you are far more precious to Him. If He watches over the smallest sparrow, how much more will He watch over you? Therefore, do not allow tomorrow's concerns to steal today's faith. Trust the one who holds both today and tomorrow. As you come before me this morning, surrender every area of your life. Place your family into my hands. Place your work before me. Bring your finances, your relationships, your dreams, your fears, and your unanswered questions. Nothing is too small for my attention, and nothing is too great for my power. I delight in caring for those who trust me completely. There will be moments today when challenges appear without warning. There may be conversations that test your patience, situations that stretch your faith, or unexpected obstacles that seem impossible to overcome. When those moments come, remember where your strength began this morning. Remember that you did not step into this day alone. I walk beside you, my spirit goes before you, my angels watch over those who belong to my Father. Even when you cannot see my hand, I am working for your good. Do not measure this day by what you accomplish. Measure it by how closely you remain with me. A heart that stays connected to me will bear fruit in every season. Even when the world grows darker, my light will continue to shine through those who trust in me. Let your words reflect my kindness. Let your actions reveal my compassion. Let your thoughts remain fixed on truth rather than fear. If weakness comes, remember that my strength is made perfect where yours ends. If discouragement comes, remember that my promises never fail. If temptation comes, remember that I always provide a way to stand firm. You do not walk through this life relying on your own ability. You walk by faith in the one who has overcome the world. So begin this morning by choosing my presence above every distraction. Sit quietly before the Father. Open your heart. Listen for my voice through His word. Allow gratitude to replace worry, hope to replace fear, and faith to replace doubt. As you keep your eyes on me, you will discover fresh courage for every challenge, renewed strength for every assignment, and lasting peace that carries you through the rest of this week. Because those who seek me first will never walk through the day alone. Bring every burden you have been carrying and lay it at my feet. Do not hold tightly to the weight that my Father never intended for you to bear. Many of you have become so accustomed to carrying worry that it feels normal. You carry concerns about your family, your children, your health, your finances, your future, and the battles no one else can see. You have tried to remain strong for everyone around you, yet your own heart has become weary. Today I am calling you to stop striving and start surrendering. When you come before me in prayer, do not think that you must have the perfect words. Your Father already knows what is in your heart before you speak. He hears the cries you cannot put into sentences. He understands the tears that fall when no one is watching. He knows the silent questions that keep you awake at night. There is nothing hidden from His sight, and there is nothing that surprises Him. Therefore, come with confidence, knowing that you are welcomed by His endless love. Many people believe that surrender is a sign of weakness, but in the kingdom of God, surrender is where true strength begins. When you release your burdens into my hands, you make room for my peace to fill your heart. you exchange fear for faith. You exchange confusion for wisdom. You exchange anxiety for the quiet confidence that your Father is already working on your behalf. There are burdens you were never created to carry alone. Some of you have been trying to control every outcome. You have replayed conversations in your mind, searched for answers that have not yet appeared, and exhausted yourself trying to solve problems beyond your ability. Yet I ask you, has your worrying added even one peaceful moment to your life? Has fear ever changed tomorrow? Instead of allowing worry to rule your thoughts, allow my promises to guide your heart. My Father has always been faithful to his children. Think of the countless times he made a way where there seemed to be no way. Remember the moments when you believed all hope was lost, yet he opened a door that no one else could open. Recall the prayers he answered when the timing seemed impossible. If he was faithful then, why would he abandon you now? His character has never changed. His mercy has never failed. His love remains constant through every season of your life. Sometimes the burden you carry is not only about your circumstances, but also about your past. Some of you continue to carry guilt that has already been forgiven. Others carry regret over decisions they cannot change. Still others carry wounds caused by people who spoke harsh words or treated you unfairly. Bring those burdens to me as well. Do not continue walking through life chained to yesterday. My forgiveness is complete. My grace is sufficient. My healing reaches the deepest places of your soul. There will be moments when the enemy whispers that your prayers are accomplishing nothing. He wants you to believe that heaven is silent and that God has forgotten you. Do not listen to those lies. Every sincere prayer offered in faith rises before the Father. Every cry from a humble heart is heard. Even when you cannot yet see the answer, my Father is working in ways your eyes cannot perceive. His delays are never his absence. His timing is always filled with wisdom and love. As you place your burdens before me this morning, do not pick them up again the moment your prayer ends. Too many people pray with their lips while continuing to carry their fears in their hearts. True surrender means trusting me after you have prayed. It means believing that I am already working, even before circumstances change. Faith continues to rest while God continues to work. Walk through this day with the confidence that you are not carrying life alone. My hand is upon you. My peace surrounds you. My spirit strengthens you. When new challenges arise, return to me instead of returning to fear. When unexpected troubles appear, choose prayer before panic. When uncertainty knocks at your door, remember that your Father already stands in tomorrow waiting for you. Nothing will come into your life today without first passing through his loving hands, so release every burden now. Lay every fear, every unanswered question, every disappointment, every painful memory, and every anxious thought before me. Leave them here and refuse to carry them again. Walk forward with a lighter heart, knowing that the God who created heaven and earth is carrying what you could never carry yourself. As you trust me completely, you will discover a peace that remains steady through every trial and a strength that will sustain you through the rest of this week. Because those who place their burdens in my hands will never carry them alone. Receive the strength that comes from the presence of my Father, not from your own ability. Many of you have spent too long depending upon your own understanding, your own plans, and your own strength. You have worked until you became exhausted. You have worried until your heart became heavy. You have tried to solve every problem with your own wisdom, only to discover that human strength has limits. But I tell you today, there is a strength that never grows weary, a peace that never runs dry, and a power that cannot be shaken by the storms of life. That strength comes from remaining in the presence of God. Do not begin this day believing that you must carry yourself through it. Before you face another challenge, stand still for a moment and recognize that my Father is already with you. His presence is not something you must earn. It is a gift given to those who seek him with humble hearts. When you draw near to him, he fills what is empty, renews what is broken, and strengthens what has become weak. Some of you woke this morning physically tired, while others are spiritually exhausted. Your body may have rested through the night, but your soul is still carrying the weight of discouragement. You have prayed for answers that seem delayed. You have waited for doors to open that remain closed. You have hoped for healing while pain still lingers. Yet I tell you, do not confuse waiting with abandonment. Even when you cannot see my Father's hand moving, His Spirit is working in ways beyond your understanding. Think of a branch connected to a healthy vine. The branch does not struggle to produce fruit by its own effort. It simply remains connected to its source of life. In the same way, remain in me. Stay close to my words. Keep your heart open in prayer. Fill your mind with the truth of my Father instead of the fears of this world. As you remain in me, my strength will begin flowing through every area of your life. What once seemed impossible will become possible because you are no longer depending upon yourself. The world teaches you to become stronger by relying on your own determination, but I teach you that true strength begins with surrender. The strongest believer is not the one who never struggles. The strongest believer is the one who continually returns to my Father, trusting Him even when answers have not yet appeared. Faith grows stronger every time you choose trust instead of fear. There will be moments today when unexpected challenges stand before you. You may receive difficult news. You may face disappointment, misunderstanding, or obstacles that test your patience. In those moments, do not react according to your emotions. Pause and remember my presence. Whisper a prayer. Invite my peace into your thoughts. Let my Spirit guide your response instead of allowing fear to control your heart. The battle is often won long before circumstances change, because victory begins within a heart that trusts God completely. My Father has never asked you to become strong by carrying everything alone. He invites you to exchange your weakness for His power. When you acknowledge your need for Him, His grace begins to accomplish what human effort never could. Doors open that seemed permanently shut. Peace settles where anxiety once ruled. Hope rises where despair had taken root. His strength quietly transforms every part of your life from the inside out. Do not allow your circumstances to determine how much faith you have today. Let my Father's promises become greater than your problems. When fear says you are too weak, remember that my Spirit lives within those who believe. When doubt says you cannot continue, remember that I have already gone before you. When loneliness whispers that no one understands, remember that I know every detail of your journey. And I walk beside you every step of the way. As you continue through the rest of this week, make my Father's presence your first priority every morning. Before seeking advice from the world, seek His wisdom. Before filling your mind with distractions, fill your heart with His word. Before carrying your burdens into the day, place them before His throne. Those quiet moments spent in His presence will become the foundation for everything you face. They will give you courage when others lose hope, peace when others become anxious, and confidence when uncertainty surrounds you. So receive the strength that heaven freely offers today. Lift your eyes above your circumstances and fix them upon my Father. Allow His Spirit to refresh your soul, renew your mind, and steady your heart. Walk forward knowing that you are not sustained by your own ability, but by the everlasting power of the one who never grows tired, never grows weak, and never leaves those who trust in Him. Remain close to me, and you will find fresh strength for every challenge, unwavering peace for every trial, and unshakable faith to carry you victoriously through the rest of this week. Walk by faith instead of fear, for fear will always try to speak louder than my promises. Every morning, two voices seek your attention. One whispers that you are not strong enough, that your future is uncertain, that your prayers have gone unanswered, and that the obstacles before you are too great to overcome. The other voice is my voice, gently reminding you that your Father is faithful, that His love never fails, and that He is already working in places your eyes cannot yet see. The voice you choose to believe will shape the path you walk today. I did not create you to live as a prisoner of fear. Fear clouds your vision, weakens your faith, steals your peace, and convinces you that you must face life alone. But I have come that you may have life and have it abundantly. I came to free you from the chains that keep your heart in constant worry. When you place your trust in my Father, fear loses its authority because His perfect love drives it away. There will always be reasons to fear if you look only at the circumstances around you. The world is filled with uncertainty. News of conflict, sickness, disappointment, and loss can quickly overwhelm your heart. Relationships may become difficult. Finances may seem uncertain. Doors may close when you expected them to open. Yet I tell you, do not let the changing circumstances of this world determine the condition of your spirit. Let your confidence rest in the unchanging character of your heavenly Father. Remember when my disciples found themselves surrounded by a violent storm. The wind was strong, the waves crashed against the boat, and they believed they were about to perish. Their eyes remained fixed on the storm instead of the one who was with them. Fear became greater than their faith. But when I spoke, the wind obeyed, the waves became still, and peace returned. Understand this truth today. The presence of the storm never meant the absence of God. In the same way, the storms in your life do not mean that my Father has left you. He is with you even when the winds seem strongest. Faith does not mean pretending that difficulties do not exist. Faith means believing that my Father is greater than every difficulty you face. It means choosing to trust His promises even when your emotions tell you otherwise. Faith says, I cannot see the answer yet, but I know God is faithful. Faith says, I may not understand His timing, but I trust His wisdom. Faith says, my circumstances may change, but God's love for me never will. Some of you have allowed fear to become a daily companion. Fear has influenced your decisions, your conversations, your sleep, and even your prayers. Instead of expecting my blessings, you have begun expecting disappointment. Instead of anticipating victory, you have prepared yourself for defeat. But today I invite you to replace fearful expectations with confident hope. Expect my Father to lead you. Expect His grace to sustain you. Expect His mercy to meet you in every moment of need. When fear knocks on the door of your heart, answer it with the truth of my Father's word. Remember that He has promised never to leave you nor forsake you. Remember that He works all things together for the good of those who love Him. Remember that nothing is impossible with God. His promises are stronger than your fears, because His word stands forever while fear fades away. There will be moments today when your faith is tested. Someone may speak discouraging words. An unexpected challenge may interrupt your plans. A delay may tempt you to doubt. In those moments, do not allow fear to make your decisions. Pause and seek my Father's guidance. Pray before you react. Listen before you speak. Trust before you worry. The heart that remains connected to me will always find wisdom for the next step. Do not compare your journey with anyone else's. My Father is writing a unique story for your life. What He is doing in another person's season may not be what He is doing in yours. Trust His process, trust His timing. The seed beneath the soil may appear lifeless, yet it is preparing for a season of growth. In the same way, even when you cannot see visible progress, my Father is accomplishing His perfect work within you as you move through the rest of this week. Choose faith every morning before fear has an opportunity to speak. Fill your mind with my Father's truth before the world fills it with anxiety. Let prayer become your first response instead of your last resort. Keep your eyes fixed on me rather than on the size of the mountain before you. Mountains may seem impossible to climb, but they are never greater than the God who created them. So walk forward today with courage born from faith. Let your heart remain steady, because my Father walks beside you. Let peace replace panic, hope overcome despair, and confidence silence every fearful thought. Wherever this day leads you, remember that you do not walk alone. My hand is upon you. My Spirit is within you, and my Father's promises surround you. As you continue trusting Him, your faith will grow stronger than your fears, your hope will shine brighter than your doubts, and you will discover that those who walk by faith are always upheld by the everlasting love and unfailing power of God. Trust my Father's plan even when you cannot see where the road is leading. There will be days when everything seems clear, and there will be days when nothing makes sense. There will be moments when doors open with joy, and there will be seasons when doors remain closed despite your prayers. Do not mistake closed doors for forgotten prayers or delayed answers for abandoned promises. My Father sees the entire journey from beginning to end, while you see only the step directly in front of you. What feels uncertain to you is already secure in His hands. Many of you have asked, Lord, why is this taking so long? Why have I not received the answer I have been praying for? Why does it seem that others are moving forward while I remain in the same place? I hear every one of those questions, and I understand the weariness behind them. Yet I tell you this, my Father has never been late. His timing is never controlled by human calendars. He is preparing blessings that require the right season, the right moment, and the right foundation. If He gave them to you too soon, they would not produce the good He intends for your life. Do not allow disappointment to convince you that God has changed his mind about you. The enemy wants you to believe that silence means rejection. But there is a great difference between silence and absence. Even when my Father seems quiet, he is still working. Just as a builder lays a strong foundation before raising a beautiful house, so my Father prepares what is unseen before revealing what is visible. Much of his greatest work takes place where human eyes cannot yet perceive it. Think about the farmer who plants a seed in the ground. After placing it into the soil, he does not dig it up every day to see whether it is growing. He trusts the process because he knows growth is taking place beneath the surface. In the same way, trust what my Father is doing in your life. Your prayers are like seeds planted in faith. Though you may not yet see the harvest, heaven is already bringing life to what has been entrusted to God. Continue believing. Continue praying. Continue expecting his goodness. Some of you are carrying dreams that seem impossible now. You have watched opportunities disappear. You have faced rejection, setbacks, and disappointment. You have questioned whether the promises you once believed were truly meant for you. Hear my voice today. What my Father has spoken over your life cannot be cancelled by circumstances. People may say no, but when God says yes, no power on earth can prevent his purpose from being fulfilled. Hold tightly to his promises rather than to your fears. There will be moments when my Father leads you along paths you did not choose. You may have planned one direction, only to find yourself walking another. Do not resist his guidance simply because it is unfamiliar. The shepherd always sees dangers that the sheep cannot see. Sometimes he leads through valleys instead of mountaintops, because the valley contains the very lessons that prepare you for greater blessings ahead. Trust his leadership even when the path feels difficult. Do not compare your journey with someone else's. My Father writes every story differently. While one person may experience immediate answers, another may grow through a season of waiting. Neither path is evidence of greater or lesser love. Every season has purpose. Waiting develops patience. Trials strengthen faith. Difficulties shape character. Through every experience, my Father is making you more like the person he created you to become. When uncertainty surrounds you, return to prayer instead of panic. Speak with my Father before speaking to your fears. Fill your heart with his word before filling your mind with the opinions of the world. His promises remain unchanged regardless of how uncertain life may appear. The sky may grow dark, but the sun still exists above the clouds. In the same way, my Father's faithfulness remains constant even when you cannot immediately see it. As you continue through the rest of this week, walk one step at a time. You do not need to know every detail about tomorrow because my Father already knows them all. He will provide the wisdom you need when you need it. He will open the right door at the right time. He will strengthen you for every challenge and guide you through every decision. Your responsibility is not to control the future, but to trust the one who holds the future securely in his hands. So release your need to understand everything before you obey. Let faith become greater than your questions. Let hope become stronger than your uncertainty. Walk confidently, knowing that my Father never wastes a season, never forgets a promise, and never abandons those who place their trust in him. Even now he is arranging circumstances for your good, preparing blessings beyond your imagination, and making a way where no way seems possible. Continue following him with a willing heart, and in his perfect time you will look back and see that every step, every delay, every trial, and every victory was part of his beautiful and unfailing plan for your life. Let my peace guard your heart before anything else enters it today. Before the voices of the world speak to your mind, before fear has an opportunity to whisper its lies, before anxiety begins to steal your joy, come into the presence of my Father and receive the peace that only he can give. The world searches for peace in possessions, success, relationships, and circumstances, but true peace is found only in the presence of God. It is not something the world can create, and it is not something the world can take away. Many of you have allowed your hearts to become battlefields. Every day your thoughts are pulled in different directions. One moment you believe my promises, and the next moment fear begins to question them. You worry about your family, your future, your finances, your health, and the burdens that tomorrow may bring. Yet I ask you, why carry the weight of a day that has not yet arrived? My Father gives grace for today. Tomorrow's grace will come tomorrow. Remain faithful in this moment. and trust him with the moments you cannot yet see. When I walked among the people, I often said, "Peace be with you." These were not merely comforting words. They carried the assurance that my Father's presence was greater than every storm surrounding them. The same peace I offered then is available to you today. It is a peace that calms the troubled heart, steadies the anxious mind, and strengthens the weary soul. Even when your circumstances remain unchanged, my peace has the power to transform the way you walk through them. Do not believe the lie that peace comes only after every problem is solved. If that were true, no one would ever experience lasting peace, because life will always present new challenges. True peace is not the absence of difficulties. It is the confidence that my Father remains in complete control while you are still walking through them. Peace is knowing that you never face any battle alone. Peace is trusting that my Father's wisdom is greater than your understanding and that his love surrounds you every moment of every day. Some of you have lost your peace because you have been listening to voices that feed fear instead of faith. You have filled your mind with worry, negative reports, and endless questions. What fills your mind will eventually shape your heart. Therefore, guard your thoughts carefully. Fill your heart with my Father's word. Meditate on his promises. Remember his faithfulness in your past. Speak words of hope instead of words of defeat. As your mind remains fixed upon him, his peace will begin to rule over every anxious thought. When conflict enters your life, choose peace instead of anger. When someone speaks harshly against you, answer with kindness rather than bitterness. Do not allow another person's actions to steal the peace my Father has placed within you. The world expects revenge, but I call you to forgiveness. The world encourages pride, but I call you to humility. The world creates division, but I call you to become a peacemaker. A heart ruled by my peace becomes a testimony of my Father's love. There will be moments today when unexpected situations attempt to disturb your spirit. You may receive news that disappoints you. You may encounter delays that test your patience. You may face decisions that seem overwhelming. In those moments, pause before reacting. Breathe deeply in my Father's presence. Whisper a simple prayer. Invite my peace to rule over your emotions before your emotions rule over your actions. A peaceful heart hears God's voice more clearly than a troubled one. Remember how I slept peacefully in the boat while the storm surrounded us. My disciples were overwhelmed because they focused on the wind and waves, but I rested because I knew my Father's authority was greater than every storm. Learn from that example. The storms around you do not determine the peace within you. As long as my Father is with you, you have every reason to remain confident. The waves may rise, but they can't overcome those who place their trust in him. As you continue through the rest of this week, protect your peace diligently. Do not surrender it to fear, anger, offense, or discouragement. Guard your heart through prayer. Guard your mind through my Father's word. Guard your spirit through worship and gratitude. Every morning choose to seek his presence before seeking anything else, because his presence becomes the shelter where peace grows stronger than every trial. So walk forward today with a quiet confidence that comes from knowing your Father is near. Let his peace stand watch over your heart like a faithful guardian. Let it calm every fear, silence every anxious thought, and strengthen your faith with unwavering assurance. No matter what this day may bring, remember that my Father's peace is greater than every problem, stronger than every storm, and deeper than every uncertainty. Remain close to me, and that peace will guide your steps, protect your heart, renew your strength, and carry you safely through the rest of this week until you see the fullness of my Father's goodness revealed before your eyes. Become a light of love, mercy, and forgiveness wherever you go today. Before you speak another word, before you make another decision, and before you respond to the people around you, remember who you are. You are called to reflect the heart of my Father. The world is filled with anger, division, bitterness, and hopelessness. But I have called my followers to shine with a different spirit. Just as a lamp is not hidden but placed where its light can be seen, so let your life reveal the love and goodness of God to everyone you encounter. Many people will never open the pages of Scripture, but they will observe the way you live. They will notice how you respond when you are misunderstood, how you speak when you are under pressure, and how you treat those who cannot repay your kindness. Your life becomes a testimony long before your words do. Therefore, let every action reflect the grace my Father has shown you. Let your patience reveal his compassion. Let your generosity reveal his goodness. Let your humility reveal his greatness. Some of you have been hurt by the words or actions of others. You have carried wounds that no one else can see. You remember the betrayal, the rejection, the disappointment, and the moments when people failed to love you as they should have. Those wounds are real, and my Father has seen every one of them. Yet I tell you, do not allow pain to become the master of your heart. If bitterness takes root within you, it will steal the peace I have given you. Bring every hurt to me, and allow my healing to restore what has been broken. Forgiveness is not pretending that wrong never happened. Forgiveness is choosing to release the burden of revenge into my Father's hands. When I prayed for those who crucified me, I showed you that love is greater than hatred, and mercy is stronger than judgment. My Father alone judges perfectly. Your calling is to forgive as you have been forgiven. This does not mean you ignore wisdom or healthy boundaries, but it does mean you refuse to let resentment rule your heart. Loathe those who are difficult to love. Pray for those who speak against you. Bless those who misunderstand you. This is not the way of the world, but it is the way of my Father's kingdom. Anyone can love those who love them in return, but my followers are called to display a love that reaches beyond comfort and convenience. Such love becomes a powerful witness that my Spirit is at work within you. As you walk through this day, look for opportunities to become an answer to someone else's prayer. A kind word may encourage a weary soul. A gentle smile may lift someone carrying hidden sorrow. A moment of patience may prevent an argument. A simple act of generosity may remind someone that God has not forgotten them. Never underestimate the influence of even the smallest act of love when it is offered in my Father's name. There will be times when people test your patience. Someone may disappoint you, another may criticize you unfairly, others may fail to appreciate your efforts. In those moments, remember how patiently my Father has dealt with you. Remember how often he has forgiven you, restored you, and welcomed you back with compassion. Let his mercy become the measure of the mercy you extend to others. The heart that remembers grace finds it easier to give grace. Do not seek recognition from people for the good you do. Your reward is not found in human applause, but in pleasing my Father. When you serve quietly, forgive sincerely, and love faithfully, he sees every unseen act. Nothing done in love is ever wasted in his kingdom. Even when others overlook your kindness, heaven records every faithful step you take. As the rest of this week unfolds, ask yourself each morning, how can I reflect my Father's heart today? Choose words that heal instead of words that wound. Build others up instead of tearing them down. Be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. Let compassion guide your conversations, humility shape your decisions, and love influence every relationship. When my light shines through your life, others will begin to see my Father more clearly. So go into this day as a bearer of hope, a messenger of peace, and a reflection of my Father's endless love. Let forgiveness free your heart from every chain of bitterness. Let mercy become stronger than judgment. Let kindness overcome harshness. Let compassion silence pride. As you remain close to me, my Spirit will fill you with a love that does not grow weary, a mercy that does not run dry, and a light that cannot be hidden. Walk confidently, knowing that every act of love offered in my Father's name brings his glory into a world longing for hope, and through your life many hearts will be drawn closer to the everlasting love of God. Step into the rest of this week with confidence in my Father's promises, for the days ahead are not governed by chance but by his sovereign hand. Do not begin this morning expecting defeat before the battle has even begun. Do not allow yesterday's disappointments to shape today's expectations. Every new day my Father gives you is an invitation to trust him again, to walk with him again, and to witness his faithfulness in ways you have never imagined. Lift your eyes above your circumstances, for your future is not determined by what you see around you, but by the one who holds all things together. Some of you are wondering how you will make it through the rest of this week. You see responsibilities waiting for you. You face decisions that seem too great for your wisdom. You carry burdens that have followed you for many days, and you wonder whether your strength will be enough. Hear my voice today. Your strength was never meant to be enough. My Father has always intended for you to depend upon him. When your strength reaches its limit, his power continues without end. What seems impossible to you becomes possible when you walk beside him. Do not let fear write the story of your week. Let faith become the foundation upon which every decision is made. There will always be reasons to worry if you focus only on the challenges before you. But there are far greater reasons to hope when you remember the promises of my Father. He has never abandoned those who trust him. He has never failed to keep his word. Every promise spoken from his heart remains true, regardless of changing circumstances. Heaven and earth may pass away, but his words will never fail. Remember the many times my Father has already carried you. Think back to the seasons when you believed there was no way forward, yet he opened a path before you. Recall the prayers that once seemed impossible, yet he answered them in his perfect time. Consider the moments when you felt weak, yet he gave you strength you could not explain. If he has been faithful throughout your past, why should you doubt his faithfulness over the days still ahead? Let every memory of his goodness become another reason to trust him more deeply today. As you move through this week, there will be moments that test your patience and challenge your faith. Some prayers may still seem unanswered. Some doors may remain closed for a little longer. Some situations may require you to wait with perseverance. Do not lose heart during the waiting. My Father often accomplishes his greatest work within you before he changes what is around you. He is strengthening your faith, deepening your character, and preparing you for blessings that require a heart fully anchored in him. Walk confidently because you are never walking alone. Wherever you go, my Father goes before you. His Spirit walks beside you. His angels watch over those who belong to him. Even when you enter places filled with uncertainty, you enter them under his loving care. You may not know what conversations await you, what opportunities will appear, or what challenges may arise, but my Father already stands in every tomorrow. Nothing will surprise him, and nothing can separate you from his love. Do not allow discouragement to rob you of the joy my Father desires for you. Joy is not the absence of difficulty. It is the confidence that God remains good even when life is difficult. Choose gratitude each morning. Thank him before the answer arrives. Praise him before the breakthrough appears. Worship him while the miracle is still unfolding. A grateful heart sees my Father's hand even in the smallest blessings, and such a heart becomes stronger with every passing day. As you continue through the rest of this week, let your confidence rest not in your own plans, but in my Father's perfect will. Seek his guidance before making decisions. Invite him into every conversation, every responsibility, and every opportunity. Trust him when he says yes. Trust him when he says wait. Trust him when he lovingly closes one door because he is preparing a better one. His wisdom reaches far beyond your understanding, and his plans are always rooted in his unfailing love. Remember also that the way you walk through this week will influence the lives of those around you. Your faith may become someone else's encouragement. Your peace may calm another person's fears. Your kindness may remind a discouraged soul that my Father has not forgotten them. Live each day as one who carries the light of heaven into a world longing for hope. Let others see my Father's goodness reflected in your words, your actions, and your unwavering trust. So step into the rest of this week with courage, hope, and unwavering confidence. Do not be shaken by unexpected trials or delayed answers. Stand firmly upon my Father's promises, for they cannot fail. Walk with a peaceful heart, knowing that every step is guided by his wisdom, every burden is carried by his strength, every prayer is heard by his loving ear, and every faithful act is seen by his watchful eyes. As you remain close to me, you will discover that the rest of this week is not something to fear, but an opportunity to witness my Father's faithfulness, experience his peace, receive his abundant grace, and walk confidently into every blessing he has lovingly prepared for you.